and many other sympathizers were at the outing church service for his late mother that he buried few days ago, when some policemen wearing hood walked into the church while the sermon was going on and started shooting everywhere. And when my wife approached one of them to find out what is the reason, they literally pushed her down, pushed my daughter down, and went straight for Uche and dragged him out, beating him up from the church, took him outside and missed gunshots, periodic gunshots. Initially, we didn't believe that this could be an act of police, because to arrest somebody in a church while he's mourning the mother, I didn't believe that could have come from the police. And the manner in which he was arrested and the gunshots, only for us to find out from the plate numbers of the vehicle that they were from Government House, Imo State. So our suspicion was confirmed that the Imo State governor has embarked on such an act of hate and misrepresentation and misinformation concerning members of my family. Those who attended Uche Nwosu's burial, who are honorable members of Imo State government, were also suspended for attending Uche Nwosu's mother's burial. And the same group of men that he used in doing this dirty job is the same people that came for my arrest, that arrested me some times ago, and who threatened at that point to kill me. But shockingly enough, I also had to call the police commissioner of police, who has just recently confirmed to me a few hours ago that the order came from Abuja. So I wondered if this order actually came from the Inspector General of Police. And if it is, I'm sure the Inspector General of Police must have been misinformed. But I'm yet to see what kind of offense Uche Nwosu have committed to warrant this discretion of the church and sporadic shootings that has left a lot of people injured. I want to request for the first and last time that security agencies, presidency must look into what is happening in Imo State. This affair as it relates to the government of Imo State and members of my family. This family has gone through a lot, insult and humiliations and threat to life from the government of Imo State. But I'm yet to understand what must have informed the kind of level of misinformation that must have led the IG to give such directives. Because the IG, I know, wouldn't direct any policeman to go to church and shoot and arrest innocent citizens. I feel that enough of this is enough. And Hope Uzodinma has been in the business of trying to get any member of my family or myself involved in this kind of his wicked acts of hatred. Of recent, 2 of my security men, drivers, were arrested and kept by one gentleman the man he uses in Imo State government house, called the SAS, one SP somebody. And these two young men had told me horror stories of what they saw. 60 days incarceration in the police SAS. And where they brought people every day and shoot them. Asking them they must say that Rochas or any member of his family is involved in the insurgency in Imo State. I think enough of this is enough. And I've called all people's concerned on this matter. And I hate to make this very public, but I'm being tempted to say the facts as they are. If you hear the story of these young men or how people were shot before them, killed, and only for them to tell lies. And only a few days ago, the governor has said he's going to announce by 2nd January those who are behind the insecurity in Imo State. I'm sure this must be one of the steps he wants to take. This is him, knowing him, his style of constant lying on daily basis on issues which has resulted to bad governance in Imo State. But I don't want the police to get involved. I don't want the APC government led by Buhari to get involved in a matter like this that will tarnish the image of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The governor of Imo State is enough embarrassment to this nation and to democracy, and must never be allowed anymore to continue to have his way on some of this his wicked acts. Why should police go to the church to arrest people and arrest individual innocent person? What is the story they have written about him? I'm waiting to hear the story. I can assure you this will be a political motivated and cooked up story now they're going to come up with, which will also leave everyone in regret of the lies of this governor, who knows nothing but crookedness. Imo people are in so much pains because of one man, so much insecurity because of one man, bad governance because of one man, and because he feels he has the backing of the federal government or backing of the police or army or SSS, will lead him to do all this evil to mankind. I think Hope Uzoma must be called to order. He must stop this. This is one arrest too many, has led to me and members of my family. There was just no justifiable reason for the police to have gone into the church to carry on such shooting exercise. Even the security attached to my family could not, because they identified the policeman. Why go to the church? Why is the shooting? Why do you have to drag the innocent boy on the floor? Why do you have to beat him up? Why do you have to push my wife? Why do you have to push my daughter? Why have to tear their clothes? This is not what we asked for. But the good news, anyhow, is that I now know that Uche Nwosu is in the hands of the police. And the police will have to tell the world what Uche Nwosu has done to deserve this treatment, and why the church was put in disarray because of one arrest of innocent citizens. I'm waiting to hear what story that the government must have framed against Uche Nwosu. And I'm still waiting for him to make public. I challenge him to make public on 2nd those who are behind IPOB, or he should accept responsibility as being the person behind the insecurity in Imo State. Enough of this is enough of this in this country. And if somebody of my level in this country, a former governor, a sitting senator, will go through this kind of humiliation, I wonder what happens to ordinary citizens in Nigeria. This is wrong, and this must be condemned in its entirety. And I'm asking the police now to officially release the offense of Uche Nwosu and why they arrest in the church, so the world can understand what this family has done wrong or what Uche Nwosu has done wrong. They should not bring his local politics to bear on the image of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The same way he got me arrested, the same way he got the police to get me arrested. I got saved by just one single policeman who advised me to move into the police pickup quickly because the order was to shoot me. And yet nobody said anything about it. It took the intervention of President Muhammad Buhari at that time to get my release. But this evil must never be allowed to thrive anymore. And so Hope Uzodinma must be called to order and must stop this act of nonsense from now henceforth. He must stop it. His evil ways cannot thrive for too long. How can you disturb somebody's mother's burial? Suspend honorable members for attending somebody's burial? This is the greatest act of hate and wickedness that can be associated with anybody in power. Thank you.
Were there any arrest warrants presented, signed before this happened?
There was no single arrest warrant on Uche Nwosu. Nothing at all. It was like a kidnap. If not for the fact that we have confirmed that it is police, the initial fear that this was unknown gunmen that has come to kill Uche Nwosu. But I don't know. The Uche Nwosu I know, I don't know what story will be fabricated against this young man, against this innocent citizen. But I'm yet, and if police find out that they have made mistake, they should tell the world so that they were misled by the government of Imo State and the governor of Imo State. Because the entire operation came from Imo State government house, and the same voice he has always used is the person. And I want to call now on the Inspector of Police and the presidency to look into activities of the SARS in Imo State. Because the report I got from my security men that there were life witness to many people killed in the name of trying to find the truth of who can commit somebody, innocent person, to be part of the insurgency or insecurity problem in Imo State. Enough is enough.